So this is going to be the first tutorial for my 1960s series. I haven't necessarily got a definitive 1960s series planned out, but I mean, 1960s, a wonderful decade for styles, so I probably will go into more 1960s styles. And I thought, who better to start off my 1960s series than the beautiful Dusty Springfield. Now for coverage on my face, I want quite a light coverage. I'm actually using a tinted moisturiser from Lauder Mercier. Because in the 60s, it was only the eyes which were kept, kept the most dramatic. All the rest of the features were kept quite neutral and quite light. Just taking a medium brown pencil through my eyebrows. This is a Rimmel brow pencil and the shade is Hazel. Popping a light shade all over my eye area. Using MAC Vanilla, which is a matte shade. Okay, I have here an Estee Lauder Signature Quad. This one is Spice Peach, and which I believe is discontinued. Well, I've had a look online, I've been popped into the store recently, and I couldn't see one, so I mean, it might be discontinued, but you probably could find it online somewhere. But it's just like warm neutral tones. I'm going to be using this shade here, like the medium light brown tone, and on a 217 by MAC, I'm just going to use this just to find where my socket line is. Now, Dusty Springfield often kept to the 60s mod style of makeup, so her makeup was quite neat, but it was also quite smoky at the same time. I am going to try and keep to the monochrome style as well, but to keep it quite smoky, I'm going to start off with a brown tone to begin with, then I'm going to move on to black. So, taking my Signature Quad, I'm going to move on to the darker brown shade, and with my Louis Young angle brush, I'm going to just start to draw in where I've gone around in the socket area of the lighter brown shade. You can use a brown shade for this or a grey shade, not anything colourful, because you do want to keep it quite monochrome. Now I'm just going to lightly blend it with my MAC 217. I don't want to blend it completely in, I want to try and keep my eyelid quite light and quite, free of the makeup. So just very, very lightly. So keeping that quite subtle and quite smoky at the same time. Next up, you want a black eyeshadow, and preferably the blackest eyeshadow you can find. And in my collection, I think the blackest shade I own is probably my black eyeshadow by Millie. and it's very cheap compared to most products I own, but it's a very intense black. I'm going to sort of go around where I've done the brown, but not all the way. I'm going to start off on the outer, like that. Start to sort of wisp as you come in to make it a bit lighter. And go up onto the upper lash line. And sort of start thin and come thicker as you come out. And then just sort of do the same and just blend it in. Blend it inwards and outwards. And then taking the black eyeshadow again, I'm going to take this right underneath the eye. Try and keep it quite heavy. And on the outer corner, just sort of bring the shade down a bit, with the smoky effect. Now Dusty sometimes wore black in her waterline, sometimes she wore white. Because this is a 1960s inspired look, it was very common to make your eyes look bigger, so white eyeliner was very popular in the 60s, so I'm going to go for the white eyeliner look. I've got Fascinating by MAC. Sorry everyone, I was in the middle of filming, I thought I was in the middle of filming doing my eyelashes, but I forgot to press record. A bit of a blonde moment there, but basically what I did, because the lashes are quite important in the 60s look, I curled them, it helped add the length to the lashes, and applied some mascara. I'm using Maybelline, the Falsies mascara, and applied it to the top lashes, make sure every single lash was coated, and the bottom lashes as well. And because bottom lashes are quite significant in a 60s look, I actually took the wand vertically and sort of brushed it down to make sure every single lash was coated. Can you see? Make sure every single lash is coated. Now I've just applied mascara to my bottom lashes because I have naturally quite long bottom lashes anyway. But if you want to go for a real classic 60s look, and you don't have very long bottom lashes, you can draw them on. In fact, I think even Twiggy drew hers on, so I mean, if you want to, or maybe make a little bit longer, you can just draw them on, or add bottom falsies if you wish. But I'm just going to leave them like that. Now I'm just contouring my face using this little contour kit from Sleek, and it's a light shade one. You can have a light, medium and dark, you can get these in, I believe. Now the reason why I'm going to do a bit of contouring is because Dusty had two things which I don't have. Well-defined cheekbones and a nicely shaped fine nose. Well, them and a bloody beautiful singing voice. I wouldn't even sing in front of Helen Keller. But I think I'll skip trying to being able to sing like her and just stick to getting the cheeks and the nose sorted out. So I'm just starting off with the darker contour shade. Right into the cheekbone area. Taking the highlight shade and just dusting it just below the eye. And just onto the forehead, just lightly. When highlighting, you want to aim to capture the areas of the face which would be, if you had a light shining, which would hit the light more. So basically the stuff that sort of like stick out mostly, so the forehead, cheekbones, apple of the cheeks and your chin. Now to make my nose look a little bit finer, taking the contour shade, taking it just down the edges of the nose. Then taking the highlight shade down the centre of the nose. Now lips were kept relatively neutral, so starting off with a neutral lip liner. This is Stone by MAC. It's quite dark, but it's got very little colour to it. So just gonna sort of take this round. Just go slightly around the outside corner of the lips. And then just going to lightly wisp it through the lips. Hopefully give it a tiny bit of volume, not too much. Because Dusty didn't have really huge lips, so don't have to go completely over the top. Just applying a little tiny bit of a lip gloss. I'm using NARS and this shade is Orgasm. I'm not gonna really add too much like oomph to the lips because the key feature of this look is the eyes. So you want to keep everything else in the face quite neutral. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed my Dusty Springfield inspired look. I hope you're all well. If you have any more requests for me, keep sending them in, because I am getting quite stumped for ideas for my looks. I will be trying to go into different decades as well to keep like doing more variety of looks. So yeah, I hope you're all well. Take care and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching guys, bye!